What's up, y'all? Top of the morning. It's a little earlier than usual today, but for a good reason. Me and about 4 other homies are going to have breakfast before we all bounce out into our day and have work and whatever other tasks we might have to do. So it's a cool opportunity to get together, fellowship, hang out, and strap on that armor before the day begins. So pretty excited about that. With that said, let's jump into the devotion, man. August 19th. Devotion. Exodus chapter 3 verse 11. But Moses said to God, "Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and bring the Israelites out of Egypt?" It should be pretty apparent to us, especially for us who are more familiar with scriptures, with the scripture, that God used the most unlikely people to fulfill his purposes, man. He's used a murderer, a drunk, a prostitute, as he did with David, Noah, and Rahab. So why wouldn't he use us? Like, what would make us think that, as the Bible shows in the past that he has used people, that he wouldn't use people today, and especially people like us? I mean, oftentimes we look at it kind of fearfully and with trepidation, but imagine what an honor it would be to be called upon, for God to use us, or you or me, to fulfill his purpose. But it's not some far-fetched thing. He's done it throughout the annals of time. He's called the most unlikely people. They stepped up in obedience and fulfilled his purpose. And a lot of the times we'll just be like, well, little old me, what am I gonna do? But we seem to forget that we are all linked together in this thing called life. So we can most certainly affect others, just like we know that we've been affected by others' actions. Whether that be somebody just being a jerk, or whether somebody being obedient to God and being a blessing in our life, or carrying us through a hard time. You know what I'm saying? So when I think about it like this, it definitely gives me courage that I probably wouldn't otherwise have. And over the years, as I've learned to walk in the Spirit and to move in the Spirit, and become more bold, I've become more confident, much more confident, in knowing that when I'm obedient, I'm basically a part of a long chain of God's people who are fulfilling his purpose. And and even if I don't know the details of his purpose in that moment, my obedience is what matters. And even more so to that point, there's times that I won't get to see the results of what God has called me to do. You know what I mean? But we still have to move. So the question is, who are you? Not in your eyes, but in God's eyes. Ponder that and then move forward. God bless y'all.